The Vancouver Canucks have signed NCAA University of North Dakota two-way defender Troy Stecher. This guy's from Richmond, BC, hometown boy, coming home to the Vancouver Canucks, and I am very, very, very excited. I saw the news, I freaked out. I am so happy that the Canucks were able to get Stecher over the Oilers. And I'll tell you a few reasons why. Well, the biggest reason here is he's very good. He's a good defenseman. He's a two-way guy who can put up points, 29 points for the UND Fighting Hawks this season. Of course, that team was the team that went on to win the NCAA championship. Brock Besser, of course, getting 4 points in that final game. And what I love so much about this deal is the fact that he's from UND. Other than the fact that he's from Richmond, he's a hometown boy, he's a Vancouverite in the blood, so it's great to get him back. But him playing for UND is just great because Besser was playing in UND, and Besser played in what was called to be the best line in college hockey, the CBS line. Besser, Kajula, and Schmaltz. Of course, Drake Kajula is also a free agent. He's a left-wing, two-way guy who can shoot, he can pass, he can do everything. And of course, Nick Schmaltz, he's the playmaker drafted by Chicago in the 2014 draft. Brock Besser, the right winger on that line, he's the 2015 draftee of the Vancouver Canucks. He is the sniper, and together those three players form the CBS line. Two of them are on teams, one of them is a free agent, and that free agent, Drake Kajula, is being cited by a whole bunch of teams right now, and having their number one defenseman Troy Stecher come on to the Vancouver Canucks, you know, that could get a little bit of an influence for Kajula to sign here, because he's got his old teammate Stecher and his great line mate Besser, but of course, he could go to Chicago too because of Schmaltz, but then again, Chicago, you guys have too many good players, okay? Don't get any more. But anyways, I was watching the finals for the NCAA championship game over the weekend. I think it was the weekend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the weekend. And I did watch a little bit of Stecher. I did watch a few highlights of UND throughout this year, getting to know the lines, you know, getting to know the CBS line and Troy Stecher and Johnson and all the good guys they have over there in the Fighting Hawks system. And what I really like about Stecher is that he's not the tallest guy in the world. He's not the biggest guy in the world. He's 5'11". And some people might say that that is too short. But thing is, he's still very good. He's good at moving around. He's good at avoiding trouble for himself. He's a player who moves around well, and it's definite that he can put up points. He got a lot of points this year for a defenseman, and it's what the Canucks management is looking for, to have that guy on the back end who can get the points, because it's been proven in this last season with UND that he can get the points, he can get the goals, he can get the assists, while also maintaining defensive stability, because that is one of his strengths. His two-way game is a strong game, and it's why the Canucks picked him up. Of course, also because he's a hometown boy and he's a free agent and everyone wanted to get him. Along with all of the pros that come with Stecher's game, the biggest pro of all is that this signing gives the Canucks some depth, because a lot of the old Utica defenders are coming up to Vancouver. Ben Hutton skipped Utica entirely. Triamkin looks like he's going to do that as well, because his defensive game is just really nice. You see how he pushed Anze Kopitar out of the slot that other game? We also got ourselves Andre Padan, who requires waivers next season. And taking all this into consideration, one has to be worried about what the defensive end is going to look like in Utica. Will they have Taylor Fadoon? Well, I don't know if he's going to come back. Matt Bartkowski probably won't sign a contract with the Canucks anymore, and if he did, he'd probably stay up with the Canucks. Other than Carl Neal, who is a prospect that the Canucks grabbed in the 5th round last year, and let's just say Ashton Sautner or something. Oh, Jordan Subban as well. The Canucks don't have that much youth in their Utica defensive core, and some could see that as a big problem, so very big props to Jim Benning to signing Troy Stecher, hometown boy, to the Vancouver Canucks, getting him to play with his old teammate Brock Besser, potentially influencing Kajula to sign here. That's just a maybe. That could happen, it could not. Most likely wouldn't, because there are a lot of teams going for him, and he doesn't have that hometown advantage like Stecher did. And this signing gives the Canucks some depth. in their defensive youth system. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. To pausing to download your trolls, like and not subscribe, like our Sunline Gaming. I'm very, very excited for what the future brings for the Vancouver Canucks, and bye.